Hello everyone, my name is Milica and welcome to my channel. So in today's video I will be talking about something that a lot of you have been asking for. It's how I dye my hair. Since I mentioned in my first video that I do it myself, a lot of you ask which color do I use and how do I do it and can I make a video about it, so here I am. If you're new here and if you like this type of videos, make sure you check out my other videos and make sure you subscribe. And if you're already a subscriber, then welcome back. So a little bit about the history of my hair color. First time I ever dyed my hair was in a salon, highlights with bleach. And ever since then I knew that I'm never gonna bleach my hair again since it was quite damaging. And then my hairstylist switched just to using regular dyes on my hair. And then I moved to Vienna, and honestly, the prices in Vienna for the hair salons are much more expensive than in Serbia, where I'm originally from. So yeah, I didn't want to waste that kind of money, so I tried doing it myself. And I liked the way it turned out when I done it myself. So so ever since then, 10 years ago, I've been doing it myself. Now, I'm not saying nobody should go to hair salons. It's much better to do it at home or something like that. Absolutely not. It's just for my convenience and the hair color that I like to do it myself. However, if you're somebody that doesn't have a clue how to do it, colors, or you already tried and you damaged your hair, or the colors never turned out to be good, just be on the safe side and go to a salon. However, if you're willing to take a risk, I'm gonna explain to you how I do it and which color do I use and blah blah blah. So some of you might think that I have highlights in my hair because it's very different shades, as you can see, everywhere, but it's not due to highlights. I only dye my hair and I only do it at home and I only do roots. However, the difference in the color is due to several different factors. First one being, not every single part of your hair is gonna absorb the hair color the same way. Most of the people, it's gonna be darker underneath than on top. So this is the situation with me. These parts of my hair are always darker than the upper parts. The next factor is the sun. My hair gets so much lighter in the sun, so that's why the upper part is much lighter than the bottom part. Then again, when I wash my hair, the hair washes out eventually a little bit. This is why I have a variety of different shades. However, it doesn't look spotchy. It's not if you know what I'm trying to say, it doesn't look weird, and I like it this way. I don't like my hair color to be the same color every single part. Then it looks for me too one-dimensional. It doesn't look vibrant, it doesn't look natural. I prefer this sun-kissed kind of color, if it makes sense. So another thing why I hesitated to make this video at first was the fact that we all have different hair colors and different undertones. So when I use the colors that I'm going to show you later on my hair, I get this color. However, it might not be the case for you. You might have naturally much darker hair than mine, or you might have a different undertone, and on your hair it's going to look more grayish or more orange, more yellow. So yeah, it's not something that I can recommend, oh, this is so good for your hair, you're gonna have, because I cannot promise you 100% that you're gonna have, if you want this color, that with these colors you're gonna have the same effect, if it makes sense. So when dyeing your hair at home, you have two options. You can buy the regular box dyes that you can buy in the drugstore, or you can also buy professional colors that you can buy in, I don't know how you call those stores where you have we can buy all of the things for the hairdressers and stuff. You can find the professional colors, the proper store for that equipment and stuff. They're not actually, even though they are professional colors, when you buy them in a store like that, they're not going to be as expensive as when you go to the hairstylist, obviously, because when you go to the hair salon, you're mostly paying for somebody doing your hair, not for the equipment that they're using, yeah. So end of the day, between a box dye and if you go and buy the professional color from some brand, it's not gonna be that much big of a difference. However, I mostly use box dyes, and it's not because of the price difference, it's because this color works for me very well. I tried a lot of different ones, with professional, non-professional, with ammonia, without ammonia, so like less and more damaging, and I like this combination that I found. My colors do have ammonia inside, which is not good for your hair. To be honest, I don't really see a difference when it comes to like hair damaging. I don't find, like when I use the colors without ammonia, I didn't find them like less damaging than these ones, to be honest. However, ammonia is not good for environment, so that's the only bad thing. What I would prefer that these colors were without it, but it is what it is, and if I find something else in the future, I will of course let you know. So I mixed two colors. I tried something in between, like to buy just a color and to use one. It didn't work, like to have this effect that I like. I always need to use two colors. One of them is my favorite. It's the one that I don't change. Like I always use this one as the first color, and then as a second one, I can find like several alternatives. I'm not that picky with it because this one does most of the job, if it makes sense. When I change this one, I don't have the same effect. However, when I change the other one, I can achieve like similar effect with a lot of different colors. So the color that I love is from Schwarzkopf. It's called Schwarzkopf Diadem Medium Blonde, number 715. So honestly, after this hair color, my hair, unlike other colors, other box dyes that I use, after this color my hair gets quite soft. It doesn't feel like dry and like damaged as when I use different box dyes. So that's one of the reasons why I love it, and the main one is that the color it gives me. So the bad thing about this hair dye that I only ever found it in Germany and Austria. If you're in Germany and Austria, you can find it in pretty much any drugstore, DM, Rossmann, wherever you go, you're gonna find it. And it's quite cheap. However, I visited a lot of different countries. I looked for it and I didn't seem to find it. But I did find some website where they sell it, and I think they ship worldwide. It's called GermanDrugstore.com. However, I never bought anything from that website, so I'm not sure how much the shipping costs to which country, and I'm not sure if you're gonna receive your items on time and stuff like that. I cannot promise you that because I never use it. As I said, I just looked for the hair color online, so if some of you decide to buy it, this is the only website where I found it. However, if you're Germany and Austria, you can find it in any store. I always buy it in store. So the second color that I use, it needs to be very, very light, silvery, ashy blonde. So sometimes I buy the professional color, then sometimes I go for drugstore brands. I usually go for Garnier Color Naturals. It's sold in Europe as either 111 or 10.1, or I think in some countries 11, something like that. I'm not sure. It has different numbers. However, it's always above 10, and it's and the name is very light silver blonde, if I'm not mistaken, something like that. You're gonna see, if you see it, you're gonna know which one I mean. Here I don't have the box to show you. I only have this one. It's a number 10. I don't suggest using number 10. Like last time I mixed a little bit of 10 because I didn't have enough of 111. And it turned like a bit orangey. I don't know if you can see it on camera comparison to my previous videos, so I don't suggest. However, I didn't find it in store. I didn't find the lighter shade in store, so I didn't have enough of the lighter shade, so I had to mix something in. It's not end of the world. However, I don't suggest using a number 10. I suggest using everything above 10. So yeah, 99% this one and Garnier 111 is gonna be my combination. However, sometimes I change the Garnier one, but I always keep this one. So how I mix these colors, I always put usually half and half of the colors. Sometimes if it's winter, I put more of the lighter blonde. Sometimes if it's summer, because as I said, my hair gets quite lighter in the sun, I put more of the darker shades in order to like a little bit balance it out. And I use developer from either or because both of them are, they don't say which percentage are. That's the thing about drugstore hair dyes, the box dyes. They never say which percentage of developer you have inside. But from my experience, all of the blonde ones have 6%, which is 20 volume developer inside. So even if you buy in store the developer separately, just go for the 6%. And another thing that you're gonna need is like a dirty used t-shirt or a towel, something, so you make sure not to get your new nice clothes dirty. I always use like a very old t-shirt. Then you're gonna need like a bowl, any bowl. I use the just the old hair mask package. I mix it in together. You're gonna need a comb and you're gonna need a brush. Try to find a brush like this one that it's like a bit wider, because in stores sometimes you find these short ones, and with those ones it's you're gonna have a big chance of skipping some parts of your hair, plus it's gonna take a very long time. With this one the process is much quicker, so try to find something like this. And now I'm gonna show you a video of how I actually dye my hair. So you need gloves, you need old t-shirt and dirty hair. I don't think that you can actually see in this video how dirty my hair actually is, but I haven't washed it for 4 or 5 days, and this is the way it should be. You don't want to dye your clean hair, as your clean hair will be much more fragile, and it's much better to wash your to dye your hair when it's a bit dirtier. And you're gonna want to brush your hair properly before you start, as we're gonna do a lot of sectioning, and it's gonna be much easier if your hair is brushed. I always do the back of my hair first because I feel like it takes a bit longer for the back of my hair to lighten than the front of the hair, so this is why I always dye it before. Plus it's easier for me, to be honest. I use quite a bit of color in the back, and I use thin sections just to make sure that every piece of the hair it's saturated with color. You don't want to skip the step, because when you do it on your own you don't really see what you're doing in the back, so you want to use a bit more color just to make sure you didn't skip any spots and you don't have any like dark left behind. I received quite a few comments on my videos, people saying that I have extensions, that I have wigs and stuff, and I hope it's clear now. If it wasn't in my previous videos, I do not have extensions, I do not have wigs, it's just my natural hair. Now I'm gonna do the front part of my hair. I always do the middle first, and then I do one side and then the other. As I mentioned before, I never really dyed my whole hair. I always do my roots, because when I first started dyeing my hair, I never done it on my own. When I first started dyeing my hair, I was doing it in a salon, and then I already had color all over my hair. So ever since then, I just dyed always my roots. I don't think I need to add more color on the ends of my hair. I think it's just light enough. I don't like to over dye my hair because it's gonna cause quite a bit of damage, and I don't think it's necessary. Again, we're using a very thin section just to be safe and just to make sure we don't skip any parts. And it's good when you have gloves, you can always like touch your hair, feel if you have any like dry spots, just so you know if you missed anything, if there's any part of the hair that doesn't have color on it. Now I do my other side. It's done. And now I'm just gonna do the front part. And if you have some hair color left, which I usually do, and those leftovers I usually put in a bag again just to be safe in case I skipped some spots. And then you're gonna want to twist your hair and put it in a bun and cover it with like a shower cap, preferably a reusable shower cap that you can wash and use again, or if you don't have it, I can show you here how to do it with a regular plastic bag. And I just keep my hair like this for about 30 minutes and that's it. So after this, I just wash my hair with a shampoo. I usually do it 3 times. Like I use shampoo, then I rinse it out, then I use more shampoo, then rinse it out, use more shampoo, and then rinse it out, just to make sure there's none of the hair color left in my hair. And afterwards, I use the hair mask, and that's pretty much it. So I hope this video was helpful. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you subscribe. I will have my other social media listed down below in the description box, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!